What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video here. I am doing a Tekken 8 knee video. I do not have Tekken 8 installed at the moment, so I'm going to be pulling footage from, the move list and stuff. I am judging these based off of appearance and not properties. So some characters have knees, some don't. So if they don't, I'm obviously going to skip them. But, I thought this would be a nice little interesting video to try to record based off of, martial arts experience that I have and try to implement it into the characters and, doing knees and stuff. So first off, we're going to be starting with Claudio. I found a knee that I deemed acceptable. His 4-4-4, that's a running knee. I didn't really like that one. So we're going to be looking at the first move of this string, back 3-3. And this knee here, now as you can see, he really brings that knee up high, but I'm sure if you noticed, his foot is turned to the side. Now as for kickboxing, Muay Thai, you use your back leg to drive power. The only way you would really want to turn your foot like this is if you were doing a roundhouse kick, you know what I'm saying? Because you would need to turn your hips over so you can really drive through the opponent. Now I know since he's doing a second hit, this may be a factor. And I'm pretty sure that is the factor, but in terms of knee execution, it does look really good. But it's just that foot there that really, singles out the power that you could get if you really just, just kept the foot forward instead of throwing it to the side. Which is why I'm putting that one in pretty good. Next up is Zafina. I actually found a knee move with her, but, with the animation, I'm pretty sure you can see why it'll get the ranking that it does. Yeah, goofy. Next up is Paul. Paul had another knee, but I feel like, I'll show both of them actually. So here's the first knee from Paul. Tiger Claw, down 4-4, boom. Alright, so looking at this move again, with startup, as you can see, he really just steps off. He steps off to the side and just wham. Again, the same thing with Claudio, turning his leg over when he's doing a knee. That kind of deletes some of the power. Despite the character literally looking like a uncooked macaroni, letter C, he's just looking like that. Despite that, it really does look good, but that leg turning thing, that's what I was talking about before with Claudio. All right, and now here's the second one, back 3. Yep, you see? Now you see the main difference with this knee, right? His leg is his leg is much more in front of him as he's doing it. You see there? And he really just pops bro in the knee. Now, people in Tekken, for some reason, they are quite flexible. His leg is all the way up there. It's like he's literally kneeing himself in the mouth. But despite that, the animation, right? This is well executed. This is probably my best knee of the two that he does because he really emphasizes, boom, just straight upward power towards the chin by keeping his leg straight and really driving off of that rear leg to devastate poor pale man's face. Boom. And as you can see as well, he comes off to the side, not really straight up and down. He comes off in an arcing motion, kind of like zoop, kind of like a little baseball bat, but with the knee. If you could zoom, you see that? How it comes from the back. It comes from here and then just wraps around, because you can see his foot's turned over, so he actually kneed Pale Man in the side of the jaw, not really under it actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so this is a very well executed knee. I like this knee, and for that reason, that knee puts him in textbook. Next up is Ravenclaw. Now, I believe Raven himself has multiple knees, so as you know, as tradition here, I'm going to be looking at every single one of them. Okay, that went by hella fast. Wait a minute. Nice axe kick. God, YouTube really needs a better go back feature or something. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, boom. So, this one is an interesting one. Because if you know Raven and his move list, boom. This knee is kind of special because he's going from the bottom up to the top, so he's hitting the chin, but his leg is straight. But the thing is about this knee, he's actually turning it into a question mark kick, but it's a knee. So it's a question mark kick with the knee as the startup, because as you can see, he does the knee first and then brings it over, just like a question mark kick, you know, where you would fake a low kick and then bring it over at the top, you know, hence the name question mark kick. So this knee is quite special, and it also goes up to the midsection, as you see right there, the frames of impact. It goes up to the knee. It goes up to the knee. The knee goes up to the solar plexus, and then goes over the top. So I would say that's kind of special, if you ask me. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Also, if you wouldn't mind, you know, liking and sharing this video, this actually takes a lot of time. But you know, I want to get stuff like this out there because I believe that this type of content is unique because it really shows that, you know, you can look at more than just the game. You can look at different aspects like this. So let me know if you want to see more moves, maybe kicks, elbows, you know, grab intensities. I think that'll be an interesting one. I'll save that one for myself. You know what I'm saying? I came up with that one. But yes, just let me know if you want to see more videos like this. So he has a second knee right here, 4-4-3, which boom, straight to the face, buddy. So this is absolutely devastating, as you can imagine, because it's just straight bow, just straight KO. You're done. Like, usually with jumping knees, form is not exactly form is not all that important. It is important, but in terms of how it looks, it doesn't really matter, dude, because the driving force comes from you leaping forward, bringing that front leg up and whipping it around, sort of like a carousel. You know, you see that when you bring it forward, you get more forward momentum, thus by taking Pale Man's head and putting it over to the right. You know what I'm saying? So, bam. That knee just bumped him up to textbook. I'm not sure if he has any more, but I'm going to go ahead and check real quick. Okay, so I managed to find another knee that Raven has from his back turn stance. Boom. So this one is really interesting because, just like Paul Phoenix's, he brings his like from the back because he's turning around, using that driving force to go straight up and across to Pale Man's jaw and not his chin. So in terms of, and then he just, you know, just goes back to stance. So in terms of execution here, good Lord, his back is in trouble. But, you know, as far as the knee goes, this is really good because, as you can see, he's got his guard up, and you know he has his arm to the side to balance himself out as he's throwing this knee, so he doesn't get off balance. You know, and this is the type of stuff that I live for. This is beautiful. So pretty much all of his knees that he's throwing, I'm pretty sure there aren't any more. I hope not. Right, so I looked and I couldn't find any, but the knees that Raven have, they look pretty good. They don't look too bad, you know what I'm saying? So, let's see. It's a very interesting. Man, I'm gonna have to. I don't know because he has three knees. This is tough. He's three knees, right? He had the first knee that came from a string, the jumping knee, which is crazy, and then the one from back turn. I'm gonna have to put it in pretty good, like close to textbook. You know what I'm saying? Just very close, just right in front. I think that's a fair place to put them. Hey, what's up, guys? A quick update. Earlier, I'm still out of breath, kind of. I went to a jiu-jitsu class for the first time in like 5 years. Oh my god. Did some hit training and then did some jiu-jitsu sparring, rolling. And oh my god, I'm so gassed. It's crazy. Like the afterburn is still getting me, but I actually ended up downloading Tekken 8 back because having a you know I'm sorry guys, I'm still tired. Having a on-screen display rather than video where it's hard to scrub through is much better. So shout outs to Tony Versus on YouTube for that earlier footage. But now I'm gonna take it from here. So with Victor, Victor is next, by the way. He's got two knees. The first one is his down forward 4. I'm gonna go ahead and go in yeah, I'm gonna go in photo mode and show you guys what's going on. So we have his down forward 4. He goes in, takes a big step, and then he goes out to the side, which is quite strange, and brings it in. Weird rocket boots. But yeah, the issue with this knee in particular, first off, it's a good knee. He's pointing it toes face backwards instead of being flat, front foot forward, so he's really like pushing into it. But the problem goes in when he goes in at an arc and spins around straight there. You kind of waste time doing this. Now, of course, in real time, it looks like a normal. Let me go on this side. Of course, in real time, it looks like a normal knee, right? No problems here, right? But when you really look at it, it's a weird one. It kind of feels like you're using too much of your hip to flick it in, so you kind of waste time and waste power. Even though it does look like a good knee, I feel like he wastes some power here. So that one's not so good. Of course, Victor has another one, which is his upward 4. It's a 2-hit thing, but looking, I shouldn't even count this. It's kind of a weird anime move. You know what I'm saying? It's like a shoryuken, but a knee. So just for consistency's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and judge off the first one. So if we take this screen here for Victor's, I would say his is a bit weird because as the first knee went, he wasted time going around and trying to like pinpoint instead of like really stepping and driving straight through to a certain point. He went around the world, which is I found really strange. So yeah, this one was a bit weird. All right, keep it moving. Next we have Reina. The first move that I've seen with the knee in it is from this string here. So we're gonna take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Now see how she really takes a big step right here, and then brings it right down the middle, right down the middle. And then she exaggerates all the way up to the top and kind of curves it. So I guess it's kind of like the same physics of like a shovel hook or a body shot. You want to go in and kind of curve to make sure you really hit that liver. So this is kind of the same concept, I guess. But you know, with Tekken characters, they got to over exaggerate. So with technique, this knee was pretty good. Really good. I would say that goes in pretty good. Let's see what else you got. So basically, that's pretty much the only knee I found outside of her while standing 3, which is pretty much the same animation. So I'm gonna go ahead and judge the first knee, which is pretty good. I'm actually gonna put it in front of Raven, just because the form was like straight down the middle. It looked really good. Yeah, I'm gonna put her right in front of Raven. Yeah, I bet you guys couldn't wait for this one. Now we're off to Azucena. Since I know the character, I don't have to go through the move list or whatever. I can just do the move. So, down 4-3 is an interesting move. As you can see, she's loading up with her hands. Let me, yeah. She's loading up, ready to fire. Throwing her left arm down. She's hella exaggerating the animation. Cracked up on coffee will do that to you. You know, she's real high on her toes, making sure she really hits bro in the face, which she did a good job in. In terms of form, I don't know, man. Like in real world application, if this were to get blocked, that leg is in peril to getting smashed. You know what I'm saying? If this knee were to get blocked, like it could get whacked from any angle, or if someone were to like catch this and then sweep her, this is a very dangerous knee to throw in this style because she is like really far back. Like, yeah, and her being MMA based, it's very interesting that she would throw it this exaggerated. But, you know, I'm talking about real world application, not really, you know, how it's used in the game. But that's the first one, and I'm saying it's a little weird. That one's a little weird. Okay, and the second one is her back 4. I'm only going to count the back 4 because her other ones, you know, it's whatever. So I'm really going to look at the first one, which is the back 4. So look at her. God damn. She's really turning into the letter K, as you can see. She's really just bringing it up the pipe. Right under the floating ribs. This is a better knee. This is textbook shit right here. So this earned her some points. You know what I'm saying? So it's not pretty weird. It actually bumped up to textbook, because this right here is textbook. I like this one here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this one instead. Her back 4 is like the best looking knee she has, honestly. So you know what that means. As far as form goes, that's pretty textbook to me. Okay, next we're actually going to be moving on to Law, because Shaheen doesn't have any knees. He's pretty much hands and feet, you know, and stuff like that. So he's got to go down in the no knee section. But as for Law, his first string we're going to be looking at is 1, 2, 3. So if we slow that down, if we really look at this move here, brings it up. His hands are, I don't know. Like this, oh god, and it's angled as well. Like his pelvis is like, his legs are like splitting, bro. Again, I'm basing this off of like how it looks. Oh, this is a weird one, dude. This is definitely weird. Like, why is he bent back so far? Like, he's throwing like how Spider-Man would swing. It's kind of crazy, and it's funny because he's doing the hand gestures, as you can see. So he's throwing the knee, and he's like back like this, looking like a JoJo's character. So yeah, this one puts him already at a little weird. Okay. Okay, so I've looked at all of his moves, and that's pretty much the only knee he has. So he automatically goes into a bit weird, because he looks like JoJo's when he does his knee. That's kind of funny, dude. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Next person on the list is Leroy. The first move, or string, that has a knee in it is his 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which goes into Hermit. So, if we slow that down, take a look-see. He's really driving. You see how he's going off his front foot, really driving. Oh my sweet Jesus, he done kneed bro in his. Wow, that is brutal. All right, so if we're looking at the mechanics of this knee, he's on his toes, so he's generating power of his back leg, bringing it forward. He's got both hands off to the side. Now, when you're generally doing knees, and this follows along with kicks, you want to twist to generate that power. Fifth gear from the future. I was actually tripping when I said this. With kicks, you do not want to twist in that fashion, but with knees, it's kind of dependent on which style of knee you're trying to throw at that very moment. In this case, Leroy was trying to generate power to do it. It isn't exactly wrong to do so, just don't over exaggerate it to where you pinch your chin or pinch your hip, sorry. Really pierce through your opponent as opposed to just doing a knee like this. I guess it's all preference, but the way that he's doing it here, he's really trying to like pop the balloon right here. And as you can see, he's successfully done that. So this knee right here puts him at, I would say, textbook. This looks really good. All right, let's see if he has any others. All right, so I found another. It's pretty much forward 3. He's got a whole string going on, but we're just gonna look at the forward 3. Look at the mechanics of it. The animation is different. He's throwing his hand up way out there, just like he's about to slap bro on the ass real quick. And then he brings his hands down. It's kind of like a fake out if you think about it. But he goes across the face, which is interesting. Very interesting. So if he were to stand right in front of this knee here, technically speaking, it would hit right there on the side of his chin. So he's really trying to like knock some teeth out with this one. This is a really good knee. And as you can see, he's got his hand down to counterbalance. You know what I'm saying? When he's throwing the knee so he doesn't lose his balance. It's really good. This is a very nice knee. And of course, you know, exaggerate the movement to really insinuate how hard he's trying to take him to the dentist real quick. So this, again, he's still in textbook with this beautiful looking knee right here. All right, we have another knee from Leroy. Down for 4-3. So if we slow that down, as he does the first kick, he then brings his leg down. He's really reaching back there, really pushing off that lead foot there to bring the knee forward. And as you can see, you know, he's bringing that arm down, really twisting into it, bringing that torque forward. You know what I'm saying? And really busting bro. He's really trying to send a message here with this knee. And of course, you know, his style, his hand placement, I guess, you know, not really going to change anything from the fact that he threw this knee pretty good. So he's still textbook, dude. Still textbook. 3 for 3, I believe. Isn't that 3 knees? I believe so. All right. So 3 for 3, textbook stuff. I would say his look more textbook than Azucena's, so he's going to be right smack dab in the middle. Very nice knees. All right. The next one's going to be pretty funny because it's Leo. You already know what time it is. So straight off the back, we're going to be looking at... Nope. Back 1-4. Slow that down. Really getting a freaking quad stretch right here. Just reaching from bro's spirit and just kneeing bro straight in the face. And you know, Baji Quan, I think that's what it's called, Chinese. I don't want to butcher it, so I won't say anything else, but this style of knee is special to that martial art. And of course, this looks really good. It doesn't look like a sloppy knee, you know, that some sort of slugger would just throw out there. This is actually a Chinese martial art. So, of course, you know, if Leo is a special instance, of course, this is going to look goofy to a lot of people because it's like, why is your hand... I'm going to get these effects out the way. It's like, why is your hand, like, you know, scratching your thigh? But it's like, you know, with his fighting style, you just got follow-up. So, of course, the hand placement is everything here. So this is a textbook by my standards, or you know, from what I'm seeing here and know about the martial art. So off the bat, textbook. Okay, another knee we can look at is while standing 3 or crouch dash 3, whichever one you want to look at. Let's do while standing 3 for the sake of execution wise for this. So we're gonna hold hands real quick, and then we're gonna just reach straight in there. Got the hand thrown back for balance. Hair's going supersonic, you know what I'm saying? Got the other hand up. Got to keep that guard, you know what I'm saying? And just really bringing it up the top, right into Buddy's chin right there. Making him see, yeah, making him see stars. So this is an excellent knee. Textbook. So pretty much the knees that Leo has in strings are pretty much the same one, where the hand is between the legs and the other one above the head. So in terms of ranking, I would say, buddy, I'm going to go ahead and put him behind Leroy, honestly. I think Leroy's look a little bit better, but of course, you know, the Baji Quan, I think I'm saying that right. It does look a little funky, but it's still textbook. But, you know, Leroy's got to be up ahead of him. Next. Alrighty, so off the bat, Panda doesn't have any knees. So we're going on to Donald Duck herself. Okay? So, the one knee that I know and hate to this day is her back freaking 4. Back 4, it's so damn fast. So, if we're looking at it here, you know what I'm saying? She's got the whoa, I didn't steal them chips stance going on. She's pushing off the front foot, going in, straight through the middle, and just really rearranging her ovaries right here. What the fuck are you doing? What? She's throwing gang signs. No, wait, hold on a second. She's throwing gang signs and shit while she's kneeing you. Just because of the hands alone. Okay, I'm gonna take those off. Just because of the hands alone, like, why would you? Why? See, this lets me know. See, the knee itself, it's great. She's leaning back a lot though, which is a problem because, like, again, if it's blocked and you know, get countered, let's say with the right, you're going down there into the minerals. So as far as knees go, this is beautiful. You know, her toes are down, really generating that power upward, again into those ovaries or whatever. But it's just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking, I don't know what this is. Another JoJo stance. So off the back, dog, just because of that, that shit is about goofy as hell. Like, goddamn, we haven't had a goofy in a while, but this definitely, it was about to be weird, but nah, this is definitely the goofiest knee, just because of JoJo's. Ooh, hiccup, damn. So just moving quickly along, we have Lee Chaolan, and this is literally Lee's only knee, which is up forward 4. So if we look at it, you know, as we do, he looks very uncomfortable as he's doing it. Go in, jump knee, boom. Nothing too weird, just a good old-fashioned jump knee, you know what I'm saying? Can't get any more textbook than that. But, I would say it's just pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, we'll leave it at pretty good. Alright, moving on to Ling Xiaoyu. You know, I guarantee Homegirl doesn't even have any knees because, first of all, look at her jab. Like, man, what the hell is that? She's got the boy. Girl, get your ass down there. And moving right along to Poster Boy Jin. I believe this move is the only knee that he has. This one right here. Back 3. So if we look at it, bro does karate. So if he does a bad knee, like, what are we doing here? So he's bringing off the front foot, bringing it forward, really driving shit up. Now here's where we run into issues here. What the fuck is this, my boy? So if we're looking at this mechanically, all his weight is right there. Right there at the back of his fake Jordans, okay? It's right all in... Goddamn, I'm turning the camera. How do I... Fuck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all in the back of his fake Jordans. But, you know, it's a knee, but goddamn, Jin, like, you don't have to... Like, he is literally leaning, like he's on lean. So, where do I put this? I mean, he does karate, but, like, this is probably the weirdest karate knee I've seen. Like, honestly. Because when you look at it, it's just like, why would you lean back so far? So, this one, yeah. Sorry, Jimbos, but, your boy's doing some weird shit. This has to take the top spot on the weird list. Because bro's really about to take himself out. Like seriously, he's like one step away from just like eating gravel or sand in this case. Okay, so next on the list is his fucking dad. Alright, so let's go. The only knee that I believe he has is down 4-3. So if looking at it mechanically, it literally looks, this looks so cool. Like he's grabbing his bicep, but then he goes through his body. Okay, so off the bat, got a weird setup going. He is off balance like crazy. But then he just snaps his shit forward, dude. Just snaps it right there. Just boom, just right in the kisser. Pow! You know what I'm saying? Just right there in his face. You know, and he's got his right hand up at all times, just in case of countering. And he brings it back up, and he just goes right back into guard. See, this is why, you know, Jin, your dad does a knee better than you, bro. Like, do you see this? Look at this. Check this out again. In case you missed it. Bro is literally, look, on his toes, just a little bit slanted. But look how straight he is as he's doing it. He's aiming for the chin. He's straight up and down. And, you know, of course, as he's landing, you know, his knee goes up there. But then he just gracefully brings it back down and gets back into guard. See, Jin, you should have listened to your goddamn dad in that instance. He would have taught you some shit. But unfortunately, your whole family's fucked. So, there's that. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put that knee in textbook, but it's in the back. In the back. So next up we have Neener, right? Okay. I didn't expect her to have knees at all, considering she just plays patty cake with people, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't know how to throw a fucking punch, so how can I expect her to throw a good knee? And as I'm digging through the move list or just pressing buttons, I immediately find this. What in God's name is this shit? Okay, so if we break this down, she starts off like a linebacker. She takes off running. Oh, that's the wrong move entirely. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, it's forward 3+4. Alright, so this is a different move, right? She's setting up. Oh. Atrocious lady, atrocious, horrible. Oh god, I don't mean to show her cooch, but if we're looking at this mechanically, of course, you know, form's okay, you know what I'm saying? Knee goes straight up the pipe, but what the fuck is this, dude? What do you think you are, Katarina, with the hand on the waist, trying to give bro a taste? This shit's crazy. And then her hand. Her right hand is doing what it should be, you know, balancing herself. But she's got this weird hand on the hip thing, and it's really throwing me off, dude, because, like, bro, what? Imagine you, like, twist your hip out by putting all that pressure on that hip there. And you throw on your knee. It's absolutely insane. So that is definitely a goofy ass knee, dude. Okay, so moving on to her second knee. This one's kind of special. Oh shit, how'd I do that? What? How the fuck did I? Anyway, so this one's special because it moves into her command grab, right? So mechanically, if we look at this knee, right? So she pops, she patty cakes again because she can't throw a fucking punch. She patty cakes bro in the face. Then she moves in. Pops buddy in the titties. Now, the reason why she has her arms up like this is, I would assume, in real world fashion, the opponent is keeled over in the side that she hit. So they're like, and they're leaning over this side. So her hands are already in position, as you can see, to arm drag here, drag this arm, and then bring the other arm around her neck. Can't go any frames. And then snap, crackle, pop. Because, you know, assassin stuff. You know, just, or like, smush her face, I guess. Anyway, it'll still hurt. So this knee mechanically, it works because it has real world application. Like if you were to anticipate if you knee somebody, they would keel over, or you like make a quick reflex, you just knee them and they keel over, you can probably adjust to grab them. So mechanically, this works. Yeah, that may just bump her up to a little weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so the rest of her moves are patty cake, guns, kicks, flying anime stuff, and unpaid child support to Steve. So, like I said before, that one move was command grab. It bumped her up to a bit weird because she was about to go goofy. You know what I'm saying? She was about to be behind Donald Duck, I'm gonna be honest with you. But it could be worse. Like, these two are on the same league of weird. But yeah, on to the next. Come on now, you know good and well Haring ain't got no knees, bro. He ain't got no knees. He's just like Hank Hill's dad. Does Fang really have knees? You know, besides moves that make him look like he's baking a pizza? Right. So I actually found a knee. I was actually doubting because, you know, he's freaking Mr. Kick and Elbow and T-all shoulder guy, but he actually has back three. So, if we're going to go ahead and look at this move mechanically, as always, he really just reaches down in the depths of his ponytail to bring this knee out. He's really going for damage here as he brings it up. You know what I'm saying? Aiming for the solar plexus as he lands. Holding that arm back for balance. Keeping the other one up because Chinese flair. And he actually leaps off the fucking ground, as you saw there. So he really, if we could look at that one more time. So just look at his foot there. He is airborne. He's actually airborne a little bit as he scoots a little. So he's really, so that's kind of like pretty much a jump kick. Except it's not at the face, it's to the solar plexus. So just imagine taking, and his toes are pointed. I gotta take these effects off, dude. His toes are pointed, so he's like piercing, doing a piercing knee. So his pierced buddy's ribcage, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, you know, stuff like that. So this is a really good knee, really good knee. Unless he has any more, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's textbook, but let's look just to be safe. So yeah, as I thought, he doesn't have any more knees, but let's see. I would put him above Azucena's just because his form here is pretty much better than Azucena, both of these guys right here. The Bajiquan, I'm not sure. I don't know. Actually, no, fuck that. It looks way better than Leo's right now. So, textbook number 3. Yoshi ain't got no knees. Kumo ain't got no knees. Does Lily have knees? Does she? Yeah, she does. She does. Ooh, boy, there's a lot of characters. Moving right along, we're on to Lily. Lily. So first move she has is forward 3. Now, mechanically, this is reminiscent of Josie's forward 4, which, looks it looks weird as hell. Honestly, look at her. Look at her body language. It's like she didn't want to do the move to begin with. Very strange shit going on. So I'm gonna call this one a little bit weird. Yeah, indeed. Next one we have is down forward 4. This one's a little bit better. So if we go ahead and look at it, she's driving off that front leg, missing entirely, but that's not the point. Upskirting, but check it out. She's bringing the trajectory of this knee is pretty much going to be going right here underneath the left side of her floating ribs. So she's really aiming for damage, you know what I'm saying? So this is not a bad knee, but if you were to throw this knee and it would make contact, obviously it wouldn't be this exaggerated. So if we were to do this in real world application, okay, let me try that again. It would pretty much land like right here. Right there, where the first hit was. If I could do it again. Right there. It would pretty much land right there. Which I know it's kind of funny because it looks like she's kneeing her in the hip, which she is, but in real world application, it would most likely, because there's not a frame where it's like right here, so it would land somewhere around this way. So if we're looking at it, she's kind of got her hand out, for balance, you know what I'm saying? Kind of driving off the toes for extra power. Really twisting her body, though. As you're throwing knees, you don't really want to twist so much because you could really pinch your hip right here. As you can see, her fabric is folding just like, I had a joke, but I lost it. But anyway, her spine is twisting like the Mishima's. You kind of want to avoid that, hinge your hip and really hurt yourself. So, and she's really hinging there. She's fucking herself up. Jesus Christ. And she's, yeah. So those are the 2 knees she has. So, based off the first one, dude, and then going into that one, it's a bit weird, but not weirder than both of these guys, because these guys have some weird shit going on. So once again, please like and share with everybody, because this is definitely a long process, so I appreciate it if you share with everyone so we can get some insight on what you'd like to see next. But moving on from there, we have Alisa, Robot Girl, you know what I'm saying? So first move, back 4, really crazy little jetpack, jetpack powered knee. So if we're looking at it mechanically, she, had a anyway. She's that's actually not a bad knee. Actually, not a bad knee. She's got these effects are killing me, dude. She's bringing her hand back. You know what I'm saying? She's flying in the air, so who cares about that? She's really, really pointing that knee right into the titty, pretty much, because she's flying in the air. But she's really driving that in there, you know what I'm saying? The fabric really obscures a lot of activity, and that's a real problem with these clothes, but her forward momentum carried by the jets on her back would really devastate this individual right here. So, this is a really, really good knee. I don't think she has any more, so I kind of want to keep her going. A little spit fire because my throat's getting tired. So we're gonna put that in textbook. However, let's see. It's better than Azucena's, but not better than Leo's. Alrighty then. Up next, we have Bad Hair Day Lars. First move we're going to be looking at is back 4, right? So, Mr. Anime himself takes a really, really deep knee at the football game and then just drives it up midsection. God damn, bro, what the fuck are you doing with your hand? Now, we all know he's anime as hell, but, you know, I've never really looked at this knee from this angle before. So, so don't throw knees like this, where you're obscuring your face and leaning back too much. Because again, it will result in unbalance, and yeah, oh, and he's leaning as well. So he's trying to balance himself out with his arm, but it's like you're so far over there, and your hands doing this shit. So this is a bit goofy. I'm gonna be honest with you, and then it gets worse. It gets worse, you know. Yep, it gets worse. So if we look at this, oh my god, what the fuck, dude? You knew good and well where you were going. And in fact, you're worse. No, you're worse than both of them. Fuck, goofy as hell. And moving right along, we have the lady responsible for Japanese Hitler. Okay, so if we're looking at June here, oh jeez, the what was it? Right, this string here, where she does a elbow thing and then brings a knee. I gotta take these effects off. Then brings a knee right up the middle. Oh dear. Oh lord, she's doing a Kamehameha. Ayya. Okay, so, yep. And it's crazy. You look so intense for such a poorly thrown. Okay, so again, we have the off-balance syndrome, where she's kind of shaped like a... She's shaped like math problem, okay? And she's throwing Kamehamehas while she's doing them. So she's kind of like pinching her whole shit right here, you know, because her arm is like so close to her body. Hey, don't do this. Don't do this. So this shit goofy. Yep. This shit about goofy as hell. I'm pretty sure it gets worse, doesn't it? Oh yeah. She's got back 4. So tra la 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 looking ass. Okay, so when she's throwing this one, right? She's really on those toes, just really up there. Okay, this looks a lot better. So she's aiming for the face. Yeah, she's kind of tall for a Japanese woman, so she's aiming for the face. She's aiming for those cheeks right there. Just whack, just right on the side, which is the kill switch, knock you straight the fuck out. See, if you would have stuck with form like this, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, Jesus. Okay, she's elbowing. So when you really... Okay, alright. This is what I was talking about with pinching your hips. You should never be close to elbowing your own knee from the other side. Because again, you're pinching your hips in there, and you're really about to like pull a Mishima Hell Sweep type of animation, you know what I'm saying? So this knee looks better. The other one was pretty trash because you throwing Kamehamehas and shit. So you moved yourself up, honestly. You moved yourself up from goofy to just a bit weird. It could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, up next we have Goofy Birdman, right? So I'm gonna be looking at 1, 2, 4. So if we look at it, turn these damn effects off. He's going in from the left. You see him really leaning into it. So off the 1, 2, he's using that momentum, and then really, bam, it's going straight for the face right there. So this is actually not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I would dare to say textbook. Okay. Oh, nope, he has another one, which is a No, that's not it. Bro, what is it? Right. 4, 2, 4. So this one's pretty fun, because He's bopping bro upside the head, which brings his head down. And then he's like, stand up. With the same kind of knee. You know what I'm saying? Same knee. That's really good. Mechanically speaking, that's hella good. So again, still textbook. Okay, so we found another one. While standing 3. Start looking at it mechanically. He really... Oh, he's stretching those ligaments, fucking them up and everything. And, really showing the business. Bringing the hands back. Showing off his Devil Jin, freaking character, you know, with the claws and stuff. But really whacking the shit out of his right cheek. Hitting the kill switch and knocking bro the hell out. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's still textbook with a little bit of Devil Jin flair, because, you know, the hands, he's got to be extra. He has to be, you know? Still textbook, still textbook. Okie dokie. So those are pretty much the knees that he has. I would say that his knees are better than his dad's. Right there. Looks pretty good. Ooh, Lord of mercy. Almost done. Okay, so next we have Hugh Jackman. First move we're going to be looking at is back 4, dude. So if you look at it mechanically, as we see that kind of brings it up. You see he kind of like does it like a lat pull down, the way he's doing it. See, the thing is, he's so damn big though. He's got the macaroni build going on. But this is an extension move, so it leads into a stomp. But the initial knee, we're only talking about the initial knee, it's not that bad. I mean, it's fucked. I mean, it is pretty bad. Like, he is borderline capital C right now. So, I'm just gonna say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, he's still balanced and stuff. Like, he doesn't even need to be on his toes, as you can see, because he's big as hell. Like, what the fuck? He already strong. Like, he ain't even got to do all that. Next. So, it's pretty good. Next is 4-3. I like this move because it's very kickboxing-ish, which is very strange because he's a robot. Now, I like this move because he's, like, kind of, like, jamming out. But then he really just comes up, toes pointed, bop. You know what I'm saying? Straightens his foot out. So, really, he's trying to make contact and bounce off of that. Where he's not trying to go through the opponent. He's rather trying to smack the opponent with it. Because as you saw, his toes were pointed, but then he's straight... excuse me. He's straightening it out right here. As you can see, and, you know, his form is very crunched. So this is kind of like a close quarters type of knee, where you're like really close, but you're really trying to get a knee in there while trying to stay safe, protect your face and everything. You know, he's got his chin tucked. All right, let's look at it one more time. From the top, okay, starting from jam out pose. And just, right there. Staying in guard, chin tucked, keeping it there, and then back in stance. So, I think those are like the only moves Jack has for like knees. So, I'm going to put that in pretty damn good. Surprisingly, Jack has some solid knees. Pun intended. Man, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Alright, check this out. So, King's next, right? So, King... hop knee, you know what I'm saying? Just good old-fashioned, right in the chin, really cocked his arms back to amplify the fact that bro is in the air. He's like, hell yeah, you know? Not a bad knee, so that's off the bat pretty good. And then, sorry, I couldn't help it, running 3. What is that? I don't know what it's called, but anyway. Boom. Just basically a running knee. You know, pretty standard stuff. It's not so bad. I think that's literally his only 2 knees. So, correct me if I'm wrong on some of these, because, yeah, this is, yeah, just if I'm wrong on some of these and characters have more knees than I depicted, please let me know. So here, he's actually pretty good with the knees. You know, Steve ain't got no knees. He ain't got no knees. Right, so moving on to Dragonov, Sergey. Sergey, right? Looking at forward 4 first, right? Mechanically, let's check this out. It's a very quick knee. So he's kind of stoned here. Really driving from that front knee. As you can see, he snaps his foot off to the side as if he's throwing a kick. And there's a reason for this as well. So he hits him right on the side of the nuke with that knee. Now, as he's setting this up, he's setting up that kick. So he's really doing that. And then he holds it there for a couple seconds and just right in your mouth. Dentist immediately. You know what I'm saying? Making a whole letter Y right here. It's crazy. But, you know, the dexterity of Russian man is pretty good. So, this is pretty damn textbook for the technique here. In real life application, not so much, honestly, because this would be a very strange thing to do. Try to knee someone in the face in this fashion. Because, yeah, that's like, you'd have to be like hella flexible. So real life application, not so much. But here, it's pretty damn good. Alright, so to check another knee, we have quarter circle forward 3 plus 4. So if we go ahead and look at this animation slowly. First off, I'm actually quite sad that it doesn't transition into the throw like it did in Tekken 7, but as you can see here, he's going for the football kick. That's the way these guys are throwing these knees. Take the effects off. Boom. Now you know this man, yeah, see? You know this man knows how to knee because, you know, he does Krav Maga. So he better know how to throw a good freaking knee. Now, this is either, I know this animation is a face shot, good lord. But it could be a chest or a face shot. Considering they are like the same height, I'd imagine. Yeah, this is pretty much a stomach shot or a solar plexus shot. So devastating to say the least. Really devastating because he's pushing off his foot, his back leg, really driving his hips forward and pinpointing that knee straight to his solar plexus. And you know, balancing, you know what I'm saying? Keeping his posture up, not leaning back too far. And just pain, just straight up pain. Beautiful, textbook knee. Last one we're going to look at is running 3. This one is freaking amazing. I love this knee because it's just like, what would happen if you were hit by a train, but the train is a Russian man? So, good lord, like if you just look at this animation, dude, it's just brutal. First of all, he knees a person hard enough to the point where they flip over his freaking body. Not only that, if you would look at his hand. Hold on. If you look at his hand, it kind of looks like... Okay, no, he wasn't helping him over. Like, he literally kneed the person so hard that they did a front flip. And then they just busted their back on the ground. Like, come on, man. If that ain't devastating, I don't know what is. So I'm going to go ahead and say that is straight textbook stuff. In fact, I'm going to put him up here for now. But you know who's next. So next on the list is Brian. Of course, the only male kickboxer up in here of pure blood. And so the first knee that we're going to be looking at is the crowd favorite. Forward 3. Now, mechanically, this knee is very cool because as you can see, he steps into it. He steps into it and brings it across the head. You know what I'm saying? Lovely mug there. Brings it straight across the head and brings the leg back down. See what I'm saying? So he's in his normal stance. He steps off. He kind of steps forward and to the left. I guess the animation is kind of weird. But he's stepping off the center line and then just straight whacking bro. Right upside his head. And even worse if it was counter hit. You already know what's about to happen. But ow! You're done and you're gonna eat like 10 million damage. You know what I'm saying? So that he's a kickboxer. Kickboxing cyborg. You know what I'm saying? He better know how to throw some knees. Now the other one, of course, another variation here, kickboxing. Of course, he got the heavy teep into rear knee. Of course, look at his hands, you know what I'm saying? The stance is perfect. He's really driving that knee through. Not too much, though. It's not really a heavy knee. It's kind of like a, I'm just going to put some damage on you type of knee. So that's a cool one. He's got while standing 3. I think overall this is like one of my favorite knees from him. Doing the knees in general feels very good. Bop, bop, bing. I don't play Brian. But anyway, while standing 3 is a fantastic knee because it's just straight brutal, dude. It's just brutal. Look how he puts the hands up. It really just really give you the business, bro. Up on his toes. Just really driving that knee through. And of course, he's hitting you straight in the face, dude. You're just like, oh, what happened, man? You know, you just got knocked the fuck out. That's what happened, you know what I'm saying? So while standing 3 is a fantastic move. And on counter hit, you already know. Bow, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you got either while standing 3-4 or quarter circle forward 3-4. And it's just 2 knees, you know what I'm saying, in succession. Just very beautiful knees overall, you know, it's just good. These knees are spectacular, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has any more. Oh yeah, this knee. Up forward 3+4. No, just your standard jump knee. Boom, just dynamic as hell. Just popping bro up in the face and he goes flopping down. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's just beautiful stuff. No, I'm not a Brian player. I know I keep messing with the moves, but there's something dealing with chaos. I like doing chaos. But anyway, off to the point. Brian's knees take the top right now. They are spectacular. Literally have to skip all of these guys because I don't have them. Because fuck them. Unfortunately, I have Anna. Because character pass. So I'm going to have to look at her to see what she has. Man, who am I kidding? This bitch don't know how to throw no damn knees. She can't even throw a fucking jab. The only thing she has relatively close to a knee is this dumb shit. And that's about it. Let me lift my leg or whatever. Man, Anna, get the fuck up out of here. So, off to someone who is... Oh, shit. So now, on to someone that really knows their stuff. Okay? Fakum Lam. Big man. You know what I'm saying? Fakum Lam. Here we go. So we have... Oh, man, where to start? I guess back 4. Back 4-3 series. You know, if we look at him, he's really dry. I mean, why do I have to, admire his freaking not physique, his form. Of course his form is perfect. Look at this. Back 4-4, you know what I'm saying? Perfect. Running 3, perfect. What else does he have? 4-3-4, perfect. Up 4-3, which is devastating. Got while standing 3, just devastating, bro. I still know how to do combos with him at least. And just look how he just puts everything in there, dude. He's really crunching up so he can generate more power to really just knock your ribs apart. I mean, come on, dude. It can't get any better than fuck him low. It can't. It literally can't. Because of that, he goes at the top. Oh boy, we're almost there. Almost there. So next we have Armor King. So the two knees that I know he has for sure is up 4-3, which is a very interestingly thrown jumping knee. And I see how he's loading up, jumping off that front foot and really just letting the face have it. You know, getting that arm back there to balance and stabilize himself while he's in the air. You know what I'm saying? Leaning back to really pierce that knee through, just wrecking bro's face. She's like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Perfectly executed, you know what I'm saying? So that is definitely textbook. And what is that? Yeah, down 4-3. Down 4-3 as well. See how he throws it. He's loading up. Boom. Now you know this is straight for the chin. You know it. Form impeccable. You know this is about to hurt. Textbook, textbook, textbook. Good stuff. Ain't even got to say too much. Textbook. Although, let's see now. I'd put him behind Leroy, honestly. Yeah, that seems about right. So pretty much the only notable thing about her knee-wise is, of course, her down forward 4. I mean, I've mentioned this before. Like, this is like so perfectly thrown. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look how she throws her arm back, balanced on her tiptoes a bit. You know, she's got her other hand guarding her face just in case it counters. Toes pointed. Really just nailing straight in the stomach. Straight in the stomach. Look how she just brings it back down. She means business, dude. She means business. Now, I wish she had a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, really wanted to see more fleshed out martial arts and not really too much magic, but that's what we have. So Miari, textbook knee, it's definitely better than Leo's. I'd have to put it back here, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, right behind Dragunov. So there you go, guys. That is my... Whew, that took so long. Please like and support and share with everybody to discuss this, you know what I'm saying? If you like or dislike this one. And let me know if you have any other suggestions that you would like to see. Maybe uppercut tier list or grabs tier list. Or roundhouse tier list. I'll do any of those, you know what I'm saying? So alright, thank you guys. I am tired. I'm gonna go ahead and rest now. See you in the next one. Thanks.